Hello, everybody. Welcome in and welcome back to my Wednesday Yale Designs show. Sorry for the absence. Just dealing with, fibromyalgia, and I forgot the golden rule. Everything has to go aside, and self-care is not selfish. And I was stressing trying to do my channel. I could do with the collabs, because then if I need to step away, I can step away. But solos, you can't do that. Anyway, so I am happy to be here, just converting my embroidery station over to sewing station and getting set up. So it's the last Wednesday of March. And so I'm glad that I made it in here for the last Wednesday of National Crafting Month. And let me get some more light in here. This light is still on my cutting area. Anyway, so this shirt that I'm wearing is from Craftable Things, and she updated her serial crafter. It currently is in the members tab, and it'll be there, I think, until tomorrow. It's free to the members. Sorry, my thread came undone. And then it'll be in her shop. And I did put that information for her shop in the description, as well as the link to the, I think everybody here is I'm sorry, I was reading the chat. I think everybody here is familiar with the baby's booty, but for those that are catching the replay and those that are new to me, everything is linked below. Even the materials that you need to sew along with me, if you want to. This is what I'm making. This is my prototype, and as you can see, I didn't. It's going inward, which it should. You can do it however you want, but I will be on doing these later on, and making them so it's open tray. But what I like to do with this on my sewing area when I'm embroidering is I put all the spools of thread and their bobbins in there, so then they're not rolling around my table. And I know that everything in this tray is for that patch that I'm making with the embroidery. And so anyway, so let me say hello, Kelly. Thank you for being here. And Bobby, I saw you here. I know you're on lunch, and I really try to be on time. It's just getting back in the swing of it, and thread falling and everything. So, but welcome in, and won't be much longer, and you'll be home. So I am live, right? I mean, it says I'm live. And Precious Pieces, thank you for being here. Robin Williams, thank you for being here. Sharon, thank you. I almost texted you, but then I already had my phone set up to be live. And thank you, Doris. And Queenie, Bedazzling Designs, Bonded Creations. Thank you all for being here. It's real simple. I'm going to do 2 of them, and so I will be doing. I should do this other camera is better color. This one kind of washes it out. So let me switch over and turn this one on. So I'll be doing this with this color, and then I'll be doing another one with the same fabric here, but with the lilac So they all go good together. And then you can do what you want. I put the sunshine in the middle. Oh, I forgot I was using this camera. I put the sunshine on the inside and then the yellow on the outside. And so when you got stuff in here, you don't really see much of your inside. And there's different ways that you can do this. I've seen where they use the cam snaps, and then that way they can unsnap them and lay them flat for storage. And they do them for travel. I moved my mouse and it opened up something. They lay them flat, keep them in their suitcase so that when they go traveling, then they can put this like on the nightstand of where they're staying, and then put like their jewelry and stuff like that in there so it doesn't get knocked off. And sometimes, we do forget things when we're repacking our suitcases to come home. And so it's nice to have in the little tray and stuff. You can make these any size that you want. Thank you, Sharon. This one actually is a 6.5-inch square, which then comes out to be a 4.5-inch inside. So, and that's what I'm doing here because this works for me for my things. But I do want to make one for my for this when I'm cutting. Then it can stay in the tray. And because sometimes when I'm flipping fabric around, it gets knocked off and almost falls to the floor. And I don't want to have to be grabbing it. I always do close the blade. It just kind of is automatic when you get done cutting, it pops back up. So, closed, the cover closes. But, I do want to have that, and I won't keep it in there because I do have a place for that to be stored when I'm not using it. But it's good when I'm working, then it's protected from falling down. So what I did, and I did say in the description, 6.5-inch, 2 pieces of fabric, and then 2 pieces of the interfacing. The interfacing that I'm using is the 808 Craft Usable, and I did go ahead and I cut it 6 1/4. And this is how it fits on here. So then it's a little bit less bulk in the seam. Get which way I have to turn. So the other things you would need would be like a ruler or a mat, because that's where I went wrong, is that when you make these dog ear corner things, is you line it up in. Oh, you can't see. All right. You can see that now. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Anyway, so you line it up. When you fold it in half like this, you put the point up in the corner, and then you will be stitching it here with the edges up here. Here's the fold. And so you could see how off I am on that. And that's what made it caved in the middle here. So this is a 1-inch side. So I'm still fixing this thread that fell off the bobbin. Whatever. The thread fell off the spindle thing. Okay. And there. So I'm, with the flare up that I had, I just never knew when it was going to get over. My rotor cuff was a mess as well, and so I couldn't lift my arm, my left arm. So anyway, so yeah, I created the thumbnail this morning and got it set up, and so I was really excited that I was able to do that. Hey, Spilling. Okay, Thank you for coming in, and prayers have been said. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and press these. Let me see if you can, trying to move the camera. Oh, you can. Okay. All right. It's going to do what it's going to do. So, this is a very old laptop, and it's being I don't know if it's a diva or it's just being granny. It wants to do what it wants to do when it wants to do it. So anyway, I'm powerless over it. I have to acknowledge that and move on to what I can do. And so I just love this fabric. It's so soothing to me. And then when I see it with and that's how I pick my things. I'll stand in front of fabric and just what calls to me, if it gets my heart all mushy, then that's it. It's all about having peace and not paying attention to other things that is reaching out to harm you. Okay, so that's the first thing to do, is get the um, interfacing on. And not using, well, this one's a little big. I need to cut this one down. It's too big. Don't know how that happened. I must have grabbed the wrong piece. Nope. So like I said, the shirt that I'm wearing is Craftable Things, and um, it's in her members section and will be in her website. Serial Crafter. Her original design said serial crafter, maker of all things. And so she updated this and put a scatter around it. Okay, no injuries. Hey, Terry Hunt, welcome in. Okay, now we can get sewing. So, is my volume okay? Trying to move this one over. I have to do it into the multiples just to get it to move over. Okay. So we're going to take, so I have not self-adhesive. Oh my gosh. I have the fusible interfacing on, and then we're going to match these up. And face to face. Okay. Once again, for those that are coming in, so making a fabric tray, and I'll make it the right way. That prototype I did on Night Owl Crafting, and it was just it was, oh, glad I looked at this. I was doing some zigzagging. I was doing some zigzag stitching on another project. Anyway, so yeah, I just made that on Night Owl Crafting when we were done doing something. I was just like, oh, let me test this out. I don't know what's going on. Anybody else cut squares and then they end up being different? Oh, this isn't. Right. So we're going to leave a spot to turn. You know, my thumbnail was pretty basic because out of practice creating them, and I was in a hurry to get it out there so y'all can get notified. All right, so I'm going to do a quarter inch seam. And my machine I'm using is nothing fancy. She's a craft machine. Someday I'll have. Anyway, I need light. Right now right now I have to keep the curtains closed because the sun is shining so bright. And then it blocks my screen. Oh my gosh. These are so easy. You can like get a bunch of them cut out and then just whip them, just batch sewing. It's like I forgot all the rules of sewing. Supposed to start there. My little basket is So what are you all working on? Are you getting things prepped for Easter? Next month is Autism Awareness Month. It's also esophageal cancer awareness, which I participate in. So far, still good. Hey, Keisha. Welcome in. Thanks for popping in, hon. Doing our little fabric trays. All right, so Now, when I made this, this is an ice cream koozie. And so when I made it, I used the same fabric, but then I used an aqua, this is a medium pin dot. And I just have a small piece of that and I'm making something else with it. Um, I'm going to be using this lemon and this pin dot because this goes with it, the aqua stripe, and then this will be the back. So that's another project. Okay, so just check and make sure that I grabbed all my edges. Let's get these threads cut. Looks good. Okay, then I'm going to, yeah, I love that lemon fabric too. So I did, this is my mason card koozie. I did with it, and then see how that trim, it just really brings out the stripe in there. And then I used a different lining. I don't have any more of this either. It's a smaller print. I like to use some print versus a solid color. But this solid color that I'm using here, it was actually on clearance when they were doing the remodeling. So, and it matches perfect. I think it's called lilac. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this corner again. This is the one that I started on the side instead of starting where you need to turn it. And I didn't go around the corner. You need to go around the corner. Hi, Sylvia. Welcome in. Happy Hump Day. And the last Wednesday of National Craft Month. I had so many new things to bring to the channel for National Craft Month, but you know, the thing with my throat and everything was just too much. I couldn't talk, and just a lot of things were going on. So I'm going to trim these edges too, except for where there's, let me put a pin in there. So you want to leave um, you don't want to trim where you need to tuck in for the opening. Let me see what I can do. Hey, precious pieces. When I made this one, I only did when one side was with the thing. I watched a lot of videos, and some did two, some did one. So when I make my bookmarks, um, when I make these bookmarks, I do two. I mean, it's a pen holder bookmark. Anyway, I love these. I have them on all my notebooks. That way I always have a pen with my notebook. This is my embroidery notebook. Embroidery designs, because sometimes they get downloaded, and then I have to it's a whole shebang that I have to do to get them, because my machine only uses the Artspira app, and so I have to download them onto my laptop and then upload just the file to my email, and then from my phone download that file into my downloads, and then into the Artspira app. There's no thumb drive thing you can use. There's no, it's just a trip, but I know how to do it, and I know the tricks I have to do. Hey, Up Designs, are you recovered, or are you still doing the blame game for Monday? That was so funny. Yeah, Monday night was a lot of fun. I needed that laughter. We all need that laughter. Oh, I am sorry I'm off camera. Why didn't y'all tell me? All right, so I'm just using my bone folder to like pull out these corners, get it turned. And so this is basically batch. I'm batch sewing. So just get everything, get everything cut, get everything ready to go, move everything along in the same stages. So when I was a teacher, that's what I would do in California. My last years of teaching was in California, and I was a kindergarten teacher. And so did half days. I'd come home and move everything, because I had a sewing business too. And so move everything along in the next step, so that, I wasn't missing out on family, taking care of the family and work. So, all right. organization. That's key for me. Everything organized. And that's why everything for me, everything has to have a place and everything goes back into the place when I'm done. And don't get me wrong, my craft room is still a craft room and looks like a well-used craft room, but my tools are back where they need to be. And then like I only have one pair of fabric scissors. And so sometimes they get shared, like when I'm doing embroidery, they get used for the embroidery too. So there's shared tools, which then that's what these little trays come in handy, is when those get shared. So anyway, well, I'm feeling good, and I know, um, he is, when you're feeling good and you feel like you can do everything that you wanted to do when your body wasn't cooperating, um, you still have to take it easy and slow, otherwise you're putting yourself back into a flare up. But, you know, like designing, I can still design while I'm giving the body the rest it needs for recovery. And that at least keeps the, because I love to craft and I love to design. And so at least my mind is busy creating. So Up Design says she's still blaming the Night Owl crew for Monday and Crafting by Q for last night. Y'all gotta stop. Don't you know I'm nosy? Oh, and it's Unbiased fault too for making me part of the nosy crew. Oh, girl, I was part of the nosy crew. I mean, because I'm sitting here, and behind me is our sidewalk for the 4 houses. So I call it our block. And hi, Lena, welcome in, hun. And so I hear, and so when I hear like a shopping cart or something like that going by, I look to see, and nope, it's not any of my neighbors. They're going to the dumpsters, see what treasures they can find. And so I'm at the window and I'm watching them. And if they don't put that lid back down, or if they don't put that stuff they took out and they left it all over the ground, I'm out there and I'm saying, hey, I'm on, you're taking what you want to take, but please pick up after yourself and close the lid. Around here, you have to close that lid because flies. Oh man. Anyway, and I feel like that nosy neighbor. Hey, Tracy, welcome in. I feel like that nosy neighbor on the Dick Van Dyke Show or whatever. And spilling, I'm not like that nosy neighbor on Living that y'all were talking about. I don't gossip. Okay. Okay, spilling. Lena, you hear Up Designs over there? Just wait till she's up on the panel and see what she's got to say about herself. Lena, that design you showed us today, did you make a reel and post it already? Hey, Greg, welcome in. Thank you for coming in during your busy day. Not yet. Okay. Well, Y'all, if you're not subscribed to Lena's channel, her link is in the description below the video. And she made a new design, scatter design, and I know some of you would just love it, or know somebody that it's for nurses. I spilled a little bit. Well, this is a little more difficult for me because I have arthritis in my wrist. I have it in here, mainly this hand, and I have treatments that I do for 30 minutes every day, and I haven't done it yet, but I definitely will need it after this. So this is a little bit more difficult, having the both sides of the fabric having the interfacing, but I do love how nice the corners are being. So there I will continue to use the fusible interfacing on both pieces of fabric because I do like the crispness. Yes, laughter is good for the body and soul. Just not very helpful when you're trying to sleep. But yeah, we were kind of off the chain Monday. Okay, I don't know. It's every time there's one corner that wants to be rounded instead of pointed. Oh yeah, I remember seeing a trick. Okay, bedazzling. Have a good one. Are you at a tournament? There, I got it. So I saw this little trick from Sweet Red Poppy. She uses a pin, Shenanigan City Monday. Yep. And she pulls it out. Oh yeah, that's Keisha's new word. Celia, that's when my creations comes out at night. But chicanery. Okay, so now I'm going to press this and tuck this in. And then we can stitch around that. Let me get these corners a little better. I mean, not the corners, but the edges. So just pushing the sides, the seams out a bit more, just so they'll be nice and crisp. Mm. I remember teaching my great granddaughter how to say shenanigans, and I recorded it. I recorded it to where it's just her voice, so I could share it without showing her face. All right, so I'm over here. I'm going to be pressing, and That's right. And 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 for the haters that don't like the cutting up, um, they just need to scroll on. Stop. There's no need to attack. Just just move on. Night Owl Crafting is unscripted. It's unleashed. Okay, Up Designs. You being nosy still? You at work? At the office? Okay, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's understood, Keisha. Hi, Patricia. Welcome in. Renee, hello. How you doing? Gosh, I just sounded like Joey from Friends. How you doing? Okay. All right. Yes. And it's nice. It's nice to feel safe enough to cut loose. And there's so many there's so many people out there that don't like to see people happy, and they come at you. Okay, Renee, thank you for popping in and saying hello, letting us know that you're stalking us in the background. Love you. And your kitties too. Sorry, I have to my my presser foot is having shenanigans. Um oh, I'm making a fabric tray, and this is my prototype. and you can see it's concaved because it was just unscripted. And so I'll be making these points better, and then it'll be standing up. So this is really cute to keep on your table. And what I'm doing is putting like my thread and the bobbins for a patch that I'm working on with embroidery, so that it's all, then it's just my organized way of gathering the things I need for my project. So see how it comes in. I'm going to do these corners the right way, and then it'll stand up. And you can make these any size that you want. This is a 6.5 inch square, which then turns out to be a 4.5 inch tray. And so you can make them however you want. And then it's just 1 inch on the sides. Just bring it up 1 inch. And or if you want it taller, because I've seen some that they made them into like baskets, bigger baskets, deeper baskets. It just depends on what you're going to put in it. So here I did the sun in the middle, and then the planer on the outside, which basically when you have stuff in here, you don't really see much of the inside. So these that I'm doing, this is going to be, this is going to be the inside, and this is going to be the outside on both of them. So I did this. This is lilac on this side, but I love this fabric. There's so many different things you can add to the fabric as far as color wise goes. So they're real easy, and people use snaps in here as well instead of stitching it down. So then when they're not using it, they can flatten it and put it in their suitcase and take it. Then you have some control of your little items in a hotel or Airbnb. And also you can stitch these closed if you don't like the dog ears. I kind of like them because I grab it that way, but I'll be playing around with it because I do like these, and I'll be making them in different sizes. Like Design says, she's over here singing, it's my channel, and I do what I want to. Do what I want to. Nope. Nope. But I don't know. Each attack gets me singing songs too, and shirts to design. Hold on. All right, this thing's getting, I have to put this underneath my pedal because it's chasing it, and then my knee is hitting the cord, which then moves it out of my way. All right, moving on. Well, Lena, you know that our um our people, our community in the chat in Night Owl Crafting, that's what they're there for. The ones that are in the chat. The bushes, I'm not sure because they don't pop in and say hello. But hey, Danny, but they're there. I can see the numbers. They're there the whole time. So, but I know, because I have United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and they're already on the next day. They're already anyway sad. Like because I was happy for Spring Forward, and they said one of them. She says, "I'm happy that you're happy. But for us, it's sad because it's then our time to go to the dark side." Oh, I didn't even think about that. That they do. They have a when we're spring forward, they fall back. I didn't even think. I didn't even know. Plus, laughter burns calories and it gives you an abdominal workout. All right. What the? Oh, okay. Oh, darn it. I saw a thread and I thought something happened because, um, but what it was is it was just my tail. Renee, how's cannoli? Oh, that's good, Danny. The up designs. That's stuff that can't be in the chat. Hey, DB. Thank you. Okay. Let me put this aside and oof, the next step. Okay, so this is going to be my inside. I'm not going to see any markings. So I'm going to take this and 1 inch. Up designs. I have to stop that. Your the K word. The K word and the S word can't be said in the chat. It's going to get my channel blocked. And I'm just back. I don't want to be blocked. So I'm marking off 1 inch. This is a washable marker. I'm having this fabric as the outside on both of them. The insides will be the different colors. Whoops. Hello, Gail. Right now, I'm just kind of, thank you. Yeah. 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 Thank you, Up Designs. Yeah, it's terrible that happens, but yeah, we'll go back to laughter is the best medicine. And Yeah, so I watched a lot of videos, and so right now I'm just kind of winging it. It's because combination of a lot of different techniques that they use. I mean, different ones use. So I'm kind of combining it. Um, where like let me see if you can see it better here. So I'm going to be stitching on these lines, and then that way I'll be able to like tell my point here. Yeah, when other creators are talking about something like that, they'll say pew pew instead of the sh word. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to stitch there, and that's even though that's my line. Let me see. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll find my slipper and just press it. But here I did do a stitch. I did do a stitch 1 inch in, so I knew where to bring it up at. I didn't mark it, but let me see. Okay, so let's see. So I pressed it instead of stitching it. So then we're just going to see. Um, so then I'm pinching that. Hey, 755. So, so I've been talking 755 to your next victim. I mean, client for upside down blind painting, and she says that she's going to be seeing you on the 2nd. Okay, so I have the point in the corner. This is a 1-inch square, and then I'm matching up the open edges in that square. Here's the fold, and then actually here's where I want to stitch. So April 2nd. Hey, Robin's Creations. At what time Central? I have it on my oh, stop it, Keisha. Keisha, you're not the one that's going to be blindfolded. You're just the one that's going to be upside down. Anyway, so that's happening April 2nd, which is next Thursday at 7:55 Central. And come on out. It is lots of fun and a lot of talent. A lot of talent. She saw, I guess she didn't see me being painted upside down, but she saw the second painting. All right, so once again, up in the corner, this line is better. The other line was a little off. I never saw that part of it. I've only seen it done after the fact. Okay, you might want to check it out. Mine was in August. I know it was before my birthday, so it's like fresh meat. Wait, no, the progressive, the channel thing was in beginning of August. You cannot hear me? It's looking good. She's just worried about the 755. She's just worried about the rabbit teeth. Probably the black eyes, because she's been hanging with the Night Owl crafting crew, and so she's not getting the sleep that she should get. Okay, so just Up Designs had said, why is it so quiet? She must be working from home. All right, so matching it up. This line looks good. So when you're making these at home, not on live, you could just whip out a whole bunch of these in nothing flat. And they're definitely something that I'm going to be making for my website. And I feel like I'm going to have matching this and matching that, with all the different things that I make with the same fabric. Oh yeah, this is looking better, much better than my prototype. I don't know if I will be able to explain to you how to paint the picture while blindfolded. Keisha, watch my video that she painted of me I kind of, yeah, you kind of don't know what to say because you're just in awe of the amazing work that she's doing, blindfolded while you're hanging upside down. She puts a lot of work into that. I mean, she's got to mes- memorize the colors and where she put them on her palette, and there, that's much better. And then I don't know, it's pretty thick to. So this I just pressed the seams. I mean, I just pressed in the center, and I kind of do like to have I keep losing this. I do kind of like to have the stitching because then it just seems to like hold that better. Look at the difference. They are the same size, but let me see. Oh, this turned out to be 3.5 inches. Okay, maybe I made this 7.5. But anyway, so that's what that looks like. And I've got this one to do. But it's still this one is this is my chocolate strawberry oh, you can't even see. So this is a 5-color patch that I'm doing. So see, I would need a bigger one for that because I put the bobbins in there too so that they stay together. But anyway, this will fit the 3. Hey, Shay. So I made fabric tray. So it's 2 pieces. This is 6.5-inch square, and then interfacing on both sides, and then just 1 inch around, and then stitch up these. But you could do cam snaps if you wanted to. I'm not going to do cam snaps because that would be too much for my hands to go through all that material. But you can also then just stitch these there so that it's. So anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and for this one, I'm going to stitch the inner square like I did this one and see if it will just give it more, um, uh, because this is going to, if you're going to put it in a suitcase or something like that, then it's going to get wrinkled and stuff. I don't know. We're just playing around at this point. Yes, you may, Lena, of course. Because we want all of Keisha's friends to show up and support her. And then we also want the community to see how much fun it is so that they can become the next, client. It truly is amazing to watch and hilarious. And as soon as she gets her thumbnail set up, then I'll be I'm too much. Rah rah ree. You cheerleader girl. Um and when she gets her thumbnail set up, then I'll be making a post, and I'll be posting it over there on Keisha's channel too. Just just kidding. I don't have the power to do that. Only Keisha can do that. Okay, so I just did the stitch just to give me some extra stabilizer. I don't know. But anyway. Okay. Okay. Of course, my hair has to get in there. As hard as I try to keep my hair out of my projects, it just wants to be there. Okay, now all right, so now I've stitched all of that. I ironed all that. So then we're going to take our corner again. We're going to match up these stitched edges, creating a fold here. I'm going to take this and pinch up in there to get all that interfacing, letting it know who's boss. And that's nice. I love it. Okay. Then match it with this, and my stitch line or my marking is perfect. And so we're going to stitch right on that. And these markings that I made was with a water soluble pen. So it's just going to come out. I spritz it with water. And my shirt that I'm wearing is another commercial. Is by Craftable Things. Excuse me while I fall. It's Serial Crafter. And this is aqua glitter heat transfer vinyl, and then crystal AB rhinestones. So right now she has this design in the members link. So if you're a member, you can go over there and get it free. She will be taking it out of there and putting it up into her website. So grab it today. And if you're not a member, you can grab it from her website. I do have her website and her Etsy shop. I think it's going in her website though, because she doesn't add. So her website is in the description under this video. Okay, then we're going to do this other side. Yeah, you can even make them smaller and like put your nighttime meds next to your bedside. Okay, see this one is way off. Wait. Okay, well when I get it lined up, then it's fine. Okay. Uh-oh. What's going on, Keisha? Keisha, who are you talking about that you don't believe? You don't really believe, but I feel comforted in this moment. We're all going to be there to support you, sweetie. We're not mean girls. Mean girls are not invited. Now I'm singing that song, It's My Party. Like Up Designs was saying, it's my channel. And I'll cut up if I want to. Oh, I just love these little things. I love being creative. 755 said she would be nice, but I'm saying I don't really believe her, but I am comforted by her attempts to make me feel better. Okay, so what you witnessed with Picture Me Crafting's picture, that was her final picture, not her upside down picture. So you've got nothing to be nervous about next Thursday. Okay. And I made sure, oh, I am so sorry. So I made sure that the fabric wasn't bunched up in that corner. Now Lena's cutting up. Y'all, it feels good to finally be feeling good. I gotta be careful today not to overdo and go back into a flare up. All right. Okay, so I can tell you there. All right, so see, every time I start to feel better, someone got to throw some crazy comment out. All right. Okay, so here's the two that I made today. The outside is the same. The insides are different. And so then I'm going to go ahead and just kind of stick this scoring tool down in there just to form these little dog ears around it. Bring them up. Like I say, you can yes, Keisha, I agree with that statement. Anyway, so you can just bring that up, give them a little character, aren't they cute little ears? And so let me see. You can put some little candies in there. Wrapped candy, I would do. Right. I love these. I love these. And so, like clips, I know a lot of you have a lot of clips. I still don't have any clips yet. Making a list of things for from like my embroidery. You know, I want some curved scissors so that I can, as I'm watching these things, because patches, I'm learning patches. And so I see I need some curved scissors to get up in there. And then a thread stand. I definitely need a thread stand. All right, so now that I'm doing this, I am changing it to where I do like that stitching to give it extra there. This one is the press knot, so it does matter. So that does matter. So that is what I'll make in my notes to do that. And then I can go ahead and get my little tool. Oh, I'm sorry. Keep forgetting the camera is over here. No, over there. It's to my right, but that camera is reversed, so it's like it's over to my right. Anyway, so I'm going to I have a little ham type thing, and then I can stick that on there, and then I want to press these. So it'll be like this. But anyway, so that's it. I'll be taking, like I said, I'll be taking this one apart so that I can then do it correctly so that it's not leaning into it. So you can make them any size you want, whatever you need. This I did 6.5-inch square, and then it ended up being finished size 4 inches. This one ended up being 4.5 inches. So I must have used a 7-inch square for this yellow one. But I am going to fix that to where then the sides will come straight up. So so that's all I have. I thank you for being here, and thank you for spending part of your day, your lunch hour maybe, with me. And my quick, easy, simple little sewing project. I'm happy to be back here on my Wednesday time slot, and it's the last Wednesday of March. So it's crazy. Next, yeah. Oh, next Wednesday is April Fool's Day. Let the shenanigans rain. Not on my machines. I don't need any foolishness with my machines, but let's have some fun next week. I'll be mindful to take care of myself so I'm well enough to be there. So thank you everybody for being here. And if I didn't say hello to you, I'm sorry. I didn't see you, and hopefully my moderators got you helloed in and welcomed in. And until next time, thank you. Peace and love. Be kind. And when people are not kind to you, let it go. I'm unbothered. I'm going to be me. I'm going to continue being me. And that's it. All right. Love y'all. Bye. Olina. 1, 3, 2, 1. Bye.